they're just, yeah. Yeah. I'll show you this guy as well. This is Phil James. He's a graduate from the National Art School in Sydney, so really accomplished kind of painter, technically really good painter. But what he does a lot of is gets old kind of op shop paintings. It could be like say a landscape painting, something once again like someone's grandmother would have over their fireplace, and then he'll paint in some kind of element, like a spaceship crashing or something. So in this case, it's an old kind of picture of Christ. I think actually my grandmother lived. Yeah, I think my grandmother literally had this.
Has that been published somewhere? Have I seen it before somewhere?
Possibly. His stuff, is quite he gets out there. Yeah. So in this case, he's painted in this Raygun and this kind of face. So he's sort of obsessed. An alien baby, yeah. He's kind of obsessed with science fiction and superheroes and things like that. And this is a collaboration that he did Alaska and Jill did with a fashion label, Romance Was Born. So basically, the Romance guys love this image, which is a painting that he had done. It's a very classic kind of image, and he added in these kind of references to sort of pop culture. So these are the sneakers that Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses wears. He made it an Adidas tracksuit instead of a period kind of, and then the makeup is from the band, the heavy metal band from the 70s. These works are by photographer Sam Hodge, and so Sam's interesting kind of practice. He started out as a fashion photographer, and then also wanted to make kind of fine art. For many years, he was really conflicted. He didn't want any of the fashion people to know about the art stuff he was doing, or vice versa. And then he just sort of got to this point where he's like, I don't care. It's all the same.
It's almost what a Robert Mapplethorpe.
Yeah. Well, he's got a very kind of queer aesthetic, and he's a very untechnical photographer. He's got this old camera, shoots on 35mm, doesn't know how to use a light meter, doesn't know any technology at all, but just has a good kind of eye. So this is this picture of this handsome man doing chin-ups, and then next to it is a photograph of a text-based work that he did. He loves to do kind of text-based works where he drops little ink drops onto a glass plate, and so before they dry, he photographs it and then sort of wipes it. And the text is Comme des Garçons, which is a reference to the fashion label, but also to the translation is with the boys, so it's also to a queer kind of reference. And then lastly, this work here, which I can't pronounce because the title's in Japanese. I'll give it a crack. It is Haka no Naka de Tsukua. And this is by another kind of really young artist, Sam Quinteros. And Sam's maybe even younger than Tully, maybe 20 or something like that. Oil painter, graduate of the Sydney College of the Arts in Sydney, and kind of obsessed with Japanese culture and sort of Japanese kind of comic books and things like that.
What about the one in the corner?
Yeah, that's a found poster. Poster kind of manipulation, so it's an advertising poster that's been kind of manipulated and with a vampire kind of thing. So it's contact by contact and using up down to make them fangs, and then ink and ink. But yeah, Samuel's really interesting because he's very much of that kind of Generation Y, very digital kind of generation, but he's obsessed with oil paint, something a very old kind of medium, and he loves painting. He's a very kind of painterly kind of guy. And then lastly, that kind of tape work is by Biljana Jansen. Biljana does these kind of wall text, these wall kind of tape-based works, but it's kind of predominantly known for large sculptural kind of installations, and she uses she always jokes about never goes to art stores, goes to Bunnings, all her stuff's from Bunnings, yeah. So she loves
Bunnings.
Yeah, she loves to use I can't remember.
Flushing?
Yeah, aluminium flushing, which is some kind of it's basically sheets. Flashing, yeah, sheets of.
I know my Bunnings.
Yeah, it's alfoil, but super
They
thick.
call it builder's paper.
Builder's paper, right? Yeah. So it's imagine giant rolls of alfoil, but thick, really thick. And so she'll suspend them between walls and creates these kind of moving, kind of kinetic sculptures, but on large scales, really 40-meter long kind of rooms with these huge. And I think that's what she's going to do. Yeah. So the show's kind of, I guess, representative of our kind of aim to be as kind of diverse as possible. We have no sort of real house style, and none of these kind of works particularly kind of match up in terms of aesthetic or material or anything like that. But I guess that's the one thing that defines us is our we kind of like everything. That's why it's a good representation. Thanks for listening to my boring talking.
No,
Thank you.
it's okay.
Yeah.